हर नमः पार्वतीपतये। हर हर महादेवा। आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। नमः शिवाभ्यां नवयौवनाभ्यां परस्पराश्लिष्टवपुर्धराभ्यां नागेन्द्रकन्या वृषकेतनाभ्यां नमो नमः शंकर पार्वतीभ्यां। कलाभ्यां चूडालंकृतशशिकलाभ्यां निजतपःफलाभ्यां भक्तेषु प्रकटितफलाभ्यां भवतु मे। शिवाभ्याम् अस्तोकत्रिभुवनशिवाभ्यां हृदि पुनर्भवाभ्याम् आनन्दस्फुरदनुभवाभ्यां नतिरियम्। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत् स्मरणात् भवेत्। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये। हर हर महादेवा। आदिपराशक्ति माता की जय। समस्त सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। With the immense blessings of Parameshwara, Lord Shiva, we have got this divine satsangam today to indulge ourselves in Shiva Kirtanam and Shiva Smaranam on the auspicious occasion of Mahashivaratri. Mahashivaratri is a festival which is dedicated to Lord Shiva and Shiva Bhakti. This is a day which reminds us that we have to offer everything at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. Every single thing that we do, every single action that we take, every single moment that we pass by, every single thought that comes in our mind must be offered at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. In fact, this is not something which is to be done only on one day, but it is to be made our lifestyle. How is that possible? How can we offer everything at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva? Adi Shankaracharya explains this in Shivananda Lahari through a shloka. He sings, Manaste padabje nivasatu vachastotra phanitau karo chabhyarchayam shrutirapi katha karnana vidhau तवध्याने बुद्धिर् नयनयुगलं मूर्ति विभवे परग्रन्थान् कैर्वा परमशिव जाने परमतः. Not just Adi Acharya, But all our ancestors, all our gurus, all our elders have been teaching us this lifestyle. What is this lifestyle? How should we live? How should we indulge ourselves in Shiva Bhakti? Manaste padabje nivasatu. Let my mind constantly dwell in your lotus feet. Padabje nivasatu. Lotus feet. Let it constantly dwell in your lotus feet. Vachastotra phanitau. Let my mouth, let my tongue constantly speak about you. Let it chant your namas. Let it speak your glories. Let it speak about your greatness always. Vachastotra phanitau karau chabhyarchayam. With these hands, let me always indulge in your seva, in the seva of your devotees. Let me indulge myself in your archana. Karau chabhyarchayam shrutirapi katha karnana vidhau. With these ears, let me always listen to your stories. Let me always listen to your namas. Tava dhyane buddhir. Let my brain, let my intellect, let my body, let my soul always think about you. Let it always be in your dhyanam. Nayana yugalam murti vibhave. Let these two eyes always see you. It is given to me only to have a darshan of your divine form. So let it always see you. If this is done, if a person lives this lifestyle, then Paragranthan kairva parama shiva jane paramataha. If this lifestyle is sought by a person, then paragranthan kairva. What is the use of running behind some other grantha or some other text? Even if you have the best of knowledge, even if you have the best of books with you, even if we all have access to internet, even if we have access to the best of books, best of library, even if we read all those books and even if we try to implement all these, the essence that we get out of all those books, all those granthas is this kind of a lifestyle. When we are able to devote all our sense organs and our mind to Lord Shiva, what else can other books teach us? What else can other scriptures teach us? This is the essence of life. This is the essence which our Shastras teach us. This is the essence which our Gurus have been teaching us so long. This is the essence which was followed by our elders and our ancestors. So if we live this life, if we are able to offer all our organs, the actions that these organs do, our mind, our buddhi, our intellect, our soul, everything at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva, then He will take care of the rest. And Mahashivaratri is one such festival which reminds us of this kind of a lifestyle. This is because we try to go to temples on that day. And because we go to temple, our eyes look at the divine form of Lord Shiva. We try to sing His Nama. We try to speak about Him and chant His Nama. And because of that, we are able to speak His Nama, speak about Him, chant His Nama, and to listen to His greatness. Because we go to a temple, we do pradakshinam, and our legs are used for Shiva Bhakti. When we see Lord Shiva, we try to offer our mind at His lotus feet, and so our mind is also put under His custody. So Mahashivaratri reminds us of this lifestyle, and we also try to live this for one day. But is it enough? For a person, for a normal human being, is it enough if he lives this lifestyle only for one day? Isn't it necessary for every single one of us, every single person in this world, to follow this every day? Shouldn't this be a part and parcel of our life? We might have many reasons to say. We might say that we are students, children, preparing for many exams. We have our day-to-day routines to take care of. Or we might say that we are a householder, so we have to take care of our family. We might say that we are very old. This is not the age for us to get into satsangam. Or some might say that they are a sannyasi. Some might say they are a vanaprastha-ashrami. So many people might have many different opinions and reasons to say. But that should not stop us from indulging ourselves in Shiva Bhakti, is what Adi Acharya says in Shivananda Lahari. He says, Baturva gehiva yatirapi jativa taditaro naro vayah kaschit bhavati bhavakim teda bhavati yadiyam hrit padmam yadi bhavadadhinam pashupate tadiyastvam shambho bhavasi bhavabharam cha vahasi. He says, people might be put into various categories. Everyone might have his or her own responsibilities and duties. Vaturva, he might be a brahmachari. Gehiva, he might be a householder. Yatirapi jativa taditaro narova. He might be a vanaprastha-ashrami, he might be a sannyasi, he might be a person falling in some other residual category too. But that should not stop him from offering everything at the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. How is it going to matter? In what category are we put in? If yadiyam hrit padmam yadi bhavadadhinam pashupate. Oh Pashupati, I might be put in any category. If my mind is constantly in your lotus feet, then how is this going to matter? Yadi bhavadadhinam pashupate. It should be placed under your custody. It should always think about you. My mind should constantly dwell in your bhakti. Bhavadadhinam. It should be under your custody. It should be under your control. And if that is done, tadiyastvam shambho bhavasi bhavabharam cha vahasi. If that is done, then we need not worry about the life, the present lifestyle that we are all living. One might say that he or she is busy with his or her school work or college work. If we keep that excuse aside and start focusing on Lord Shiva, then bhavabharam cha vahasi. He will take care of our life. He will take care of our exams and other assignments to complete. He will ensure that whatever we study is retained in our mind. So, bhavabharam cha vahasi. In this bhava, in the samsaram, we might have many responsibilities, many duties. And if we keep all those aside and think about Lord Shiva, he will step into our shoes and he will ensure that all these responsibilities and duties are taken care of. Bhavabharam cha vahasi. In Bhagavad Gita it is said, Ananyas chintayanto mam ye janah paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yoga kshemam vahami aham. Those who keep thinking about me always forget about this life. So I step into their shoes and I take care of them completely. So if you're a student, you need not worry. Lord Shiva will take care of us. If you're into grihasthashramam, if you're a householder, then you might think that you are taking care of this family. You are constantly running behind money to survive. But if we keep the duty and responsibility aside and think about Lord Shiva always, he will ensure that we are all taken care of and he will ensure that we get funds at the right time. Many times, many would have faced this situation where we might not have sufficient funds in our hand. But somehow, when we just think about Lord Shiva and when we say, Sarvam Shivarpanam, Oh Lord Shiva, please do help me. And if we just raise our hands and submit ourselves at His lotus feet, then He will ensure that we get the funds at the right time. Somehow. These miracles must have happened in almost everyone's life. And that is an indication which Lord Shiva sends to us, saying that we have to keep aside other things. We have to keep all these Laukika Vishaya, Laukika things aside, and we must start concentrating on Him. Same is the case with a Vanaprastha-ashrami or a Grihastha-ashrami or a Sannyasi. All that we all have to do is to constantly think about Him, is to indulge in His bhakti, is to constantly offer everything that we do and think at His lotus feet. And when we place our mind, yadiyam hrit padmam yadi bhavadadhinam, if we place our mind at His lotus feet, it is equivalent to us placing all our sense organs at His lotus feet. Because it is said that mind controls all sense organs. So if we place our mind, then it means that we are controlling all other sense organs and we are placing that at His lotus feet. So, yadiyam hrit padmam yadi bhavadadhinam pashupate. So, we have to constantly think about Him, indulge ourselves in His bhakti. We must always be in a satsangam and constantly think about Him. Is it possible for us to do all these without any mistakes? Is it possible for anyone to attain perfection? The answer is a clear no. It is not possible for any one of us to attain perfection very quickly. But what we can do is, Prabhustvam Deenanam Khalu Paramabandhuv Pashupate Pramukyoham Tesham Kimuta Teshamapi Kimuta Bandhuttvamanayoho Tvayaiva Kshantavya Shiva Madaparadhascha Sakalaha Prayatnat Kartavyam Madavaniyamam Bandhusaranihi. Adi Acharya sings again that, O Lord Shiva, Prabhustvam Deenanam Khalu Paramabandhuv Pashupate. O Pashupati, you are our Paramabandhu. You are our best relative and friend. And you are the leader of a team. Prabhustvam, you are the leader, you are the owner, you are our Lord. Prabhustvam Deenanam Khalu. For whom are you the Lord? For poor people like us. Poor because we don't know how to do bhakti. Poor because we are not able to indulge ourselves in satsangam every day. Poor because we don't have Nama Nidhi, that is the bank filled with namas into our account. So we don't have Nama Nidhi. We don't have an account which has only namas. We don't have an account which only has punyam. So we are poor. We don't know anything in this world. But Pramukyoham Teshamapi Kimuta Bandhutvamanayoho. I might be very poor. I belong to this group of people where I am the poorest. But you have to note one point, O Lord Shiva. I am poor. And I am the most important person in this team because I am the poorest. You cannot find a person who is poorer than me, who is in a pathetic stage than me. So I am the most important person in this team, and I am like a patient who is admitted into the ICU, and I need your immediate attention and I need your grace immediately. Pramukyoham teshamapi. I am the most important person. You have to look into my life immediately. You have to come to my rescue immediately, O Lord Shiva. Because Tvayaiva Kshantavya Shiva Madaparadhascha Sakalaha. Who else can be there in this world to forgive all the misdeeds that I've done, to forgive all the mistakes that I've done. There cannot be an embodiment of karuna, compassion, karuna nidhi, karunam bodhi than you. You are the ocean of compassion, O Lord Shiva. So, only you can forgive all my mistakes, my misdeeds. And only you can ensure that I get a better position. And please note, O Lord Shiva, in a class of students, the teacher will have to correct the answer sheets of all the students. When she does so, she might only try to boost up the marks of a person who is not that intelligent. Her only motive would be to encourage and support that student who needs her help. She might be a bit strict with that student who is intelligent. So consider me to be the poorest of the poor and the most dull-witted student of this class. Prayatnat kartavyam madavaniyamam bandhu saranihi. You have to protect me. And please remember, you have to put in some more efforts to make me pass. It is not that easy. I am the worst student in your class. I am the poorest in this team. And you have to put in some more efforts to ensure that I pass, to ensure that I somehow cross this samsara. So please put in that extra efforts. Please think about me. Please keep me in your thoughts. Please ensure that I always think about you. And please ensure that I get satsangam always, so that ultimately I get a chance to pass this exam comfortably and I get a chance to attain you ultimately. So let this be our prarthana, our prayer on this auspicious occasion of Mahashivaratri. Let us always think about him. Let us always indulge in Shiva Bhakti. Let us ensure that all our organs and our mind is placed at his lotus feet. And by his grace, let us attain him. And by his grace, let us always indulge in satsangam. Hara Namah Parvati Pataye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Adi Para Shakti Mata Ki Jai, समस्त सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय, वीर धीर शूर पराक्रम आंजनेय स्वामी की जय।